Singapore's transport system is often praised for its efficiency in global rankings, but for many commuters, the daily journey is about much more than just getting from point A to B. Rising fares, complex subsidy structures, and policy contradictions have made mobility a source of financial and emotional strain. While the infrastructure gleams, the experience for everyday Singaporeans can be challenging, especially for those who feel the pinch of every fare increase. This video draws on years of public data and civic analysis to explore the real cost of getting around Singapore, setting the stage for a deeper look at affordability, equity, and the lived realities behind the statistics. Singapore's public transport is designed for efficiency, but its affordability is under increasing scrutiny. Fare hikes have become routine, with adult card fares rising by up to 5 cents in 2023. The Public Transport Council claims fares are affordable, yet their benchmarks rely on median income, which can mask the struggles of lower-income commuters. Someone earning $1,500 a month, transport can consume over 10% of their income, a significant burden. The distance-based fare model means those living in more affordable, distant estates pay more, contradicting principles of equity. With minimal public consultation and opaque fare reviews, many feel the system is imposed rather than inclusive. This disconnect between policy and lived experience is at the heart of the affordability debate. Certificate of Entitlement (COE) system was created to control Singapore's vehicle population, but it has evolved into a speculative market. In 2024, COE premiums for some vehicles exceeded $130,000, more than the car itself. For many middle-income families, a car is a necessity, not a luxury, especially for caregivers and those with mobility challenges. Yet the COE system treats all buyers as equal, ignoring social need. The impact ripples through the ride-hailing sector, raising costs for drivers and passengers alike. While the system controls numbers, it often overlooks equity and purpose, making private transport increasingly out of reach for ordinary citizens. Singapore's push for active mobility, cycling, walking, and personal mobility devices is a step in the right direction, but implementation is uneven. Some estates enjoy dedicated cycling paths and pedestrian-friendly layouts, while others face fragmented, unsafe, or poorly maintained infrastructure. The elderly and disabled are particularly affected, with cluttered footpaths and poorly timed crossings. Despite the rhetoric, urban planning still prioritizes cars and commercial spaces over inclusive mobility. Parks are less accessible than malls, and bike racks are scarce compared to car parks. The promise of active mobility remains unfulfilled for many, highlighting the need for equity-focused investment. Transport subsidies are often cited as proof of affordability, but their structure raises questions. Cross-subsidies mean peak-hour commuters, often low-income workers, end up subsidizing others. Budget allocations favor infrastructure over direct support, with billions spent on construction but little for vulnerable groups. Beyond cost, time poverty is a hidden burden. Workers in outer estates can spend up to 3 hours commuting daily, losing time with family and for rest. Crowded trains and rigid schedules add to the stress, impacting mental health and productivity. Addressing these issues requires not just financial solutions, but also policy shifts towards flexible work and decentralized job hubs. Singapore's transport system must evolve from a focus on efficiency to one rooted in equity. This means rethinking pricing models, planning frameworks, and how citizens are engaged in decision-making. Recommendations include indexing fares to income deciles, capping COE premiums for essential vehicles, expanding direct subsidies for low-income and elderly commuters, and mandating public participation in fare reviews. Investment in active mobility should prioritize inclusion and accessibility. Ultimately, mobility should be a right, not a privilege, designed with citizens at the center. By embracing these changes, Singapore can build a transport system that reflects both its engineering prowess and its social values.